I am now honored to introduce our keynote speaker. And for the first time ever, we will have a keynote speaker who is virtual. So maybe we're keying him up to get online. He and his wife, Erin, fell in love with Ocean Academy and Keytalker and make regular trips to the island. He is a computer security specialist and founder and CEO of Digital Silence. He spent time in the military before turning into a love of hacker, security, systems, and forensic work in technology. Justin wanted to give back to the island, and so he got in contact with me and asked how we could help, and he set up the fundraiser that we all have come to know as Bucks for Belize. And they were successful in working with the technology industry, with Rando as the coordinator of an amazing 24-hour event in which they raised enough money to fund school fees for 4 months for all of our students and bills that needed to be covered until August. And it is with great pleasure and a heart full of gratitude that I introduce Mr. Justin Whitehead. Let's give a big round of applause for Mr. Whitehead.
Good evening, class of 2020. Or for my fellow nerds in the crowd, hello world, class 2020.py. I believe I'm the first commencement speaker that has been virtual. It's a strange new world we live in. I would like to thank all of you for this opportunity and great honor to speak with you on this momentous occasion. You have traveled so far to get here. And on behalf of Billy Tall Guy, Felix, Tailpuff, Chester, K2, Lizzie Borden, Dr. Zaz, and myself, congratulations. We have gotten to know so many of you and truly miss this chance to see you graduate in person. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the teachers and families for your support in getting these amazing students here. Let's address the 400-pound elephant in the room, the pandemic in your final year of school. This is probably not what you hope for, being on lockdown, not spending it with friends, not having all your family here in person with you tonight. Although this much family time may have driven some of you to look for universities or jobs as far away as possible. What does this all mean? It means that you're going to have to grow up faster than past generations in some ways. But those generations that have had to grow up faster have always turned out to be some of the best generations. I believe that all of you in some way will make us better from what you have learned from this. And for those of you here with your brothers and sisters, don't worry, we will return to teach and in numbers. I would like to talk to you, the class of 2020, about 3 things. First, don't be afraid to adapt and overcome. Where are you going? You probably have a plan or at least some goals, and that's good. But, and I hope your parents and teachers will forgive me for saying this, don't have your eyes so glued to your plan that you forget to look up, look around, and look behind you to see opportunities that life throws at you. I want to tell you the story of one man. This young man was placed in special education at a young age. He struggled every day in school and at home to communicate why he was having so many problems. His parents bought him a computer to keep him busy, but they didn't pay a lot of attention to what he was doing with it. Graduation came, and let's just say this young man was not the top of his class, not by a long shot. He knew that university was not the path for him. He still loved computers and kept tinkering with them. He decided the Army was a way to go, and he went, and it was a great opportunity for him. He went to many schools such as Airborne, Air Assault, and won quite a few awards. One even for a trick that he knew how to do with computers. He spent over 10 years doing what he thought he was going to do for the rest of his life. But the world changed on the 11th of September, and he was about to go on his last tour and he didn't even know it. He was injured and his life was going to take a sharp turn. After he left the Army, he struggled with everything, to the point he couldn't even hold down a job. This led him to becoming homeless. Then something horrible happened to him. While he was in the hospital, he found he could go back to the university and have it paid for. He took this chance and he embraced it. He did not end up pursuing his first major of electronic engineering. Instead, he took a different focus of computer forensics. He was used to being a soldier, and he looked at university as a mission. He took 26 hours a semester, graduating in 2 years with a bachelor in science and computers, and maintained a 3.9 GPA while he did it. After leaving university, he faced his next hurdle. He had to find a job. He struggled a bit because he was older and didn't have the experience that most people thought someone that age should have, but he didn't give up. One job led to another job, and then it landed him in an industry that he fell in love with. And now, I am the CEO of a growing company in an industry I love, working with my greatest friends. Do you think the 18-year-old saw any of this coming? Not in a million years. What did I learn from all of this? That life is messy? Yes. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, the world goes and completely changes? Check. That plans fail and plans change? Absolutely. The second thing I'd like to talk to you about is think for yourself using game theory. Game theory is the study of mathematical models of strategic interactions among rational decision makers, whether it be humans, animals, or computers. I want to challenge you to be the change you want to see. I want to challenge you to share what you have been taught. And I really want to challenge you to learn new things. Sometimes it takes courage to change directions. It will always take grit to forge the new path. Keep being brave enough to follow that path, even if others disagree. Keep getting up every morning, keep pushing a little further down the road. Don't ever let fear chain you down, and don't ever, ever give up. Most of the sad people you will meet in this world aren't sad because they tried and failed. They're sad because they were too afraid to try and keep trying. This is your program to write. Don't worry if you get some error message from time to time. Debugging is as much a part of code as it is a part of life. And finally, community and communication. We've all seen what can happen. One tweet can change the world, or at least an island. Communication and community is key. Only one short month ago, we all saw this in action. What started with a text from one of your teachers turned into a tweet. That tweet changed the course of OA. As hackers from around the world came together to help you all, knowing that most of them would never get a chance to meet you. I want you to remember, community is not always next door. Family is not always blood. And I challenge you to look at social media to do good and always stay positive in the face of adversity. But most importantly, take care of those around you. Money gets spent, things break. What stays, what lasts, what matters is those you touch. I didn't do anything worth doing alone. Build those bonds with other people. Care for them even more than they care for you. Don't ever worry what you're getting. Focus on what you can give. And when you need them most, they will be there for you. Count on it. We, the hackers, your families, your teachers, and your friends are always here to guide you. But the truth is, you don't need us to tell you what to do, because in so many ways, you have already started to lead us. I'm going to share my screen, and I would love you, the class of 2020, to read out loud this next program.
Future is now.
Again, thank you so much for having me as your speaker. I'm so proud of all of you and continue to make us proud. Thank you.